are tuned into the video game pharmacy.
Yo, what is up, you guys? Welcome to another episode of VGRx, your weekly dose of video game news, knowledge, and sometimes know-how. When I'm feeling it. When we're feeling it.
We're really feeling it.
When we're really feeling it.
It's Ryan time.
It's Ryan time.
VGRx time.
Hey.
Hey.
Brittin.
Hi.
Zach.
Hey, guys.
Hey, look. It's both of you guys here in the same room together.
Yeah.
That's a
So
rare
that
occurrence.
means you guys are real people, and you're separated by bodies.
We're real boys.
Yeah.
Did you ever have any doubt?
I don't know what I'm talking about.
Well,
Hey.
everything you said was true.
I feel like this is kind of like a fever dream episode for us.
I don't know why.
I'm going to pinch myself. I'm going to wake up and be like, well, it's time to record the podcast. And it's going to be like a continual loop. Like, I'll continue to do it, and I'll just keep waking up.
Yeah, this is all a figment of our imagination.
Yes.
It's actually 3:30 in
All
the morning.
85
and we're all
episodes.
asleep.
Well,
wow.
I mean, Zach, you did just wake up.
I know, I did just wake up, yeah.
Hey,
I was a little late.
hey guys. Blah, 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 blah. We had trivia last week.
We did.
And we talked about some World of Wowcraft.
Oh, yeah, I'm
my
putting some
fave.
ridiculous numbers.
And yeah, you did.
I'm not going to try and remember what I said.
You said like 200 million or something.
It was a lot.
Yeah,
It was a lot. Brittin, do you remember what your realistic numbers are?
The question exactly was...
So it
how
was
many-
a two-parter. It was at its peak, what was the highest subscriber count
At
for
peak?
for World of
I
Warcraft?
think I said 18 million.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Something like that.
Yeah.
It's 12.
Oh,
It
dang.
was 12 million.
Really?
Yes, at its peak.
Even I overshot it. You hear
at
that, Zach?
its peak.
What was your guess again?
He said like
200
200 million. Like,
Okay.
legitimate.
Right. Because these are
Um,
monthly subscribers.
Dude, WoW would be a completely different game if it was 200 million.
If it had
people.
that.
Yeah,
that amount
if there
of
was
players.
that many
It's
people.
madness.
And then the second part of the question was how many people had created World of Warcraft accounts on the first day?
Day one. I think I said
of
4 or
World.
5 million.
Uh,
Something like that.
Crazy.
yeah, you said something
Crazy.
crazy.
Yeah.
It was only 200,000. 200.
Dang, really?
That's
Yeah,
not- yeah,
So this
a
was
lot.
not a known hit right out of the gate, like
No, of
we might have
course
thought.
not, no.
It's Warcraft, man. Everybody loved Warcraft
I
and
mean,
Blizzard already.
That was back. You got to remember that was back in 2004. The internet
Yeah.
wasn't as widespread as it is
It's
today.
true, but I remember the hype for this game before it came out.
Yeah,
like
but-
the year or two leading up to its launch, people were talking about it and excited about it.
Did they have like World of Warcraft commercials and stuff like
Oh,
that?
yeah, for
or-
sure.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
I do remember seeing World of Warcraft commercials back in the Disney, like the Mr. T grenade and stuff
That's
like
right.
that.
Yep.
Mr.
Oh,
T.
yeah.
But
Yeah,
that was
but
all
I-
post-launch.
Yeah, they
forgot
had
about
like
that.
Mr. T and Chuck Norris and stuff
Yeah.
like that. But that was like
Those were fun.
the game was already out for a good couple of years. It was already successful by that point.
Right.
But
They were really hitting the marketing
Yeah.
hard at that point.
I remember playing the game when Mr. T sponsored it and they had the Mohawk grenade.
Yes.
Yeah.
That was
Wasn't he an
fantastic.
NPC too at some point?
Yeah, he was
Yeah.
for a little bit. Yeah,
They did a lot of celebrity tributes in that game.
It was great.
Yep.
Peter Dinklage, I think. No, not Peter Dinklage. Mini-Me.
Remember an Indiana Jones character? I don't know. Yeah, there was a lot of fun stuff. A lot of Easter eggs in that game.
It was a great game.
Yep.
Regardless.
Still is, I think. I hear. I don't know. It's been
I
a while.
enjoy playing it.
Yep.
I
Okay.
really enjoy playing it.
Cool.
You played EverQuest.
EverQuest is way better. Let's just leave it at that.
You know, we all have our opinions, even though they're wrong.
Yep, sure.
Hey, guys.
Hey, what's up?
Hey.
Let's talk about stuff and things,
'Kay.
mostly in that order.
Deal.
Okay.
Let's do it.
Cool.
We could talk about some games we've been playing because it all is also topical. Scott, I know you're really looking forward to Borderlands, and you've been watching reviews and videos.
Yes.
I've been playing the new Celeste DLC that just came out.
Yeah.
Zach, you've been playing PUBG.
PUBG.
I love it. That's classic.
You gotta have a basic guy on the show, you know,
A
balance it
basic
out.
guy. I wouldn't.
I've
go
been
that
playing
far.
Call of Duty, no big deal.
And then there's some news too. So
Yeah,
wherever
a
you
little
guys
bit.
want to start, I'm down.
Tell us about Celeste.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, I'm really curious about it.
Oh man.
So on September 9th,
Mhm.
we got Chapter 9 of
Yeah.
Celeste.
They added a new
Kinda-
piece of content.
Kind of round out the show.
And it's free, which
It
is
is free.
which is worth mentioning. There's actually a little extra commentary there. Matt Thorson, the guy that makes this game, he took to media and talked a little bit about this content being free and how he's worried that it might set a precedent for his future work, because typically content that has this much work put into it and takes this much time and effort should not be free. He felt essentially that it should have been a paid piece of content. But because it is just another chapter, even though it's huge and pretty big in scope, he felt like you couldn't just you couldn't just charge for that unless you called it something new or something different instead of just calling it a chapter. So it's free, it's big, it's awesome. Here's what's cool about this piece of content. It actually got me digging really, really deep back into the old parts of Celeste too.
Okay.
Because first and foremost, to get to chapter 9, you have to play through chapter 8. You guys have both played through Celeste.
Mm-hmm.
The
Yes.
game more or less ends at chapter 7, and then there is a chapter 8, but it's kind of end game content. It's content that's optional. The story has already wrapped up at that point. It's more or less an epilogue to the story that you've already experienced.
Uh-huh.
And you have to get some pretty difficult to find collectibles to even access chapter 8. I had never done that. So first off,
You need to find berries specifically.
not berries. The berries are just a
Or,
standard
sorry,
collectible, crystal hearts.
The crystal hearts, yeah.
And they're very well hidden. Have you guys found any just
Yeah.
on your normal playthrough?
Absolutely not.
I think I found one in all 9 chapters. There's one per chapter, and they are absurdly well hidden.
Yeah.
I had to look these up.
Well,
I'll be perfectly honest.
I
with
watched
you. I'm a
speedruns
scrub.
of the game, so I kind of had a
Oh,
vague
you
idea. No, I mean,
It's the same thing I did. I had
Yeah.
to go look up YouTube videos essentially to figure out where some of them were.
some of those guys really, they're so fast at it, you don't really know what they're
Right.
doing. But there's legitimate puzzles to try and get some of this stuff. So.
Yeah. So,
And you got to remember, a lot of those guys do spike jumps and stuff like that. Things that normal people
advanced
cannot
techniques.
do.
Yeah. So yeah, you need 4 of them to access chapter 8, and it took me, I don't know, I had to go back and play for another hour to 2 hours just to get to chapter 8, and then chapter 8 itself, which I had never played before, took me an hour or 2 to get through, and then I could access chapter 9, which is the new content. And you guys, it is brutal. It's so very hard. I played some of the B-sides, which are the ultra hard remixes
Yeah.
of the standard chapters, and they're hard, but 100, 200, 300 deaths, I could get through a chapter. The new content, I was dying 100 times on a single screen. It's just so mean, so brutal. Maybe I suck. It's possible. I would love for you guys to play it so you guys could tell me where you're at with it. But some of these screens are just so mean. And a big part of it is just figuring out what to do. It's not even just the sheer platforming challenge. It's almost like a puzzle figuring out what you have to do to get through these.
See, I'm
these
so
screens.
I'm so intimidated by it now because, as you guys remember, it took me a long time to actually get around to beating it.
That's because
And
you didn't play it consistently.
I didn't play it consistently.
Not because you're bad at games.
It did take me a long time. I struggled with some parts.
Okay, that's
and I
fair.
had to put the controller down.
Yeah.
But even some of the berries and stuff that I saw, I was like, no.
Not
like,
going
no.
to go for that.
I just kept
I
going.
totally did the same thing, though, because
Yeah.
the berries, they don't really give you any incentive to collect them. It's
Not right
really
away.
just bragging rights.
Yeah.
They don't even unlock anything as far as I know.
Yeah, they do.
What?
They unlock one. You have to get some of the berries to unlock the doors, right?
Yeah,
I don't
you do.
think
Because
I
I
think so.
didn't get enough.
Unless that just happened naturally and I didn't even notice.
Yeah, it probably happened naturally. You
Okay.
didn't notice.
because I'm just that good.
Shut up.
Not really. Hey, rude.
I'll play it. I haven't played Celeste in a while.
Yeah.
I freaking love that
This
game.
is a great reason to jump back in.
Yeah.
And then
And I think they added new music for it as well because
music's very good.
when I was at PAX I went to a music panel and what's her name, the music creator for the
don't
game.
know her name, but yeah.
It's like Lorraine or something
Okay.
like that, Lauren. But she was talking about some of the music. She actually played a song from the new
cool.
chapter too.
It's a
before
lot of
it even
piano?
came out. Yeah. It was beautiful.
The one drawback, the caveat about that is it takes so long to get through screens
Yeah.
that you will be hearing the same music for just
which is fine.
an hour
There's
to 2 hours on
nothing
loop.
wrong with
It's
that.
really pretty, but by the end of it, my daughters were like, "That song's getting really annoying. Could you play something else, Dad?" They wanted me to play Cuphead instead, just because the music is a little more diverse.
So,
than that.
Lena Rain.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
okay.
thank you,
Yeah.
Good
Lena.
call. Good call.
Yeah, I had her sign my vinyl. Such a nice
That's awesome.
lady. Yeah, very kind.
Yeah, so about halfway through the new content, chapter 9, you hit another roadblock that makes you dig back into the old content further, and that's where I had to stop. Not stop permanently, but I couldn't get through the new content before recording today because it really does set you full on back into the old content. So you have to do, I think, almost everything in the game to fully get through chapter 9.
Wow.
Yeah, so it demands a lot of you. What I have found, though, is that being forced to go back and play some of the B-sides in the old content, the chapter 9 is by far the hardest thing in the game. The B-side seemed almost impossible to me at one point, and now I'm kind of just cruising through them because I've gone through a big chunk of Chapter 9, and it's conditioned me to just be really good with timing and using my dashes effectively and stuff like that. It's awesome. I highly recommend it. It's very frustrating at times, but it has that really, really quick death, reload, you're back in the action thing.
I mean,
you're never out more than a couple seconds of gameplay when you die.
Towards the end of the game, I was flowing pretty well.
Yeah,
But
it feels good.
if you're struggling this hard, and I haven't played in that long or this long, I'm gonna go back. I'm gonna struggle.
I still want you to do it.
I'm gonna do it.
I'll do it eventually, but I got another game I gotta get through first.
What is it?
It's Borderlands 3.
I've never heard of it. Tell me a little bit about it.
Oh my god, I'm so excited! It comes out today, actually.
Yes.
As of recording this,
we've been wanting this game for like a decade almost.
So long, and it's everything we wanted and more. I've been looking at or reading and watching a lot of reviews. Like IGN
Reviews
dropped their review. They gave it a 9.0. Almost unanimously across the board. Every single game reviewer, like site, company, whatever, have given an 8 or above.
That's awesome.
It was funny. There was someone who pointed out, they're like, every single person is giving this game great reviews except this one lady from IGN who said that the dialogue was garbage, so you know it's going to be good.
And then she still gave it a 9
And
anyway.
she still gave it a 9.
Nice.
But I'm so excited for the game. It's basically taking all the elements of Borderlands and giving us more Borderlands, but adding so much more to it.
That's what we wanted.
So they added a ping system. Thank you, Apex Legends. If Apex Legends gave us anything, it gave us an amazing ping system, which other games are adapting into their game. They're giving it more of a almost like a cover-based shooting, not like Gears of War where like you throw yourself up against a wall, but like you can slide and duck underneath cover and stuff like that. Which
I like that.
In 2 really wasn't a thing. You would literally just kind of like go for it and hope that there's a big enough object that you can put your massive body behind. I'm so excited though.
Can't wait for you to play it.
I'm gonna be streaming it like the entire time. It's gonna be really cool too because they're actually doing, which I'll even take straight from what we got here.
Okay, yeah.
It's called EchoCast.
Yes, I was gonna bring this up.
And
it sounds really cool.
It's super cool. It's an extension for Twitch, and essentially what it is you link your account to it.
Your Gearbox Shift account.
Yep, your Gearbox Shift account to your Twitch account, and while you're playing the game, your viewers can look at skills, they can look at your inventory, and then there's red loot boxes in the game that if you open them, you can get loot from them as well as the streamer.
It's kind of crazy to me that no other game has tried to take streaming to a new level like this before. Well, even just the simple thing of being able to look through somebody's inventory while they're playing is huge.
I mean, you have to remember it too, like the big bosses in the game are streamers.
Yeah.
So it kind of makes sense that they're integrating like streaming into this. Yeah. Suck it, Mixer.
Something like that could benefit like MMOs. It could benefit so many different games.
A lot of things.
Yeah.
So
I'm surprised. I wonder if anyone will rip it off.
Yeah. Like World of Warcraft, you could like look at their gear and stuff like that, their gear level, which would be really
loadout.
Cool. Yeah. But I'm so excited for this game. Everything I've seen from it is so good. I played it at PAX. So much fun.
Yep.
I'm just excited for the game.
And what's your class?
I'm gonna play the mech girl, which her name is Marza or something, like Urza or something.
Okay,
I don't remember.
Okay,
I had to look it up.
I think the pet class looks really interesting.
Yes, I think his name is like Flick or something like that.
Yeah,
I don't really know the name of the characters too well. I know Amara is the Siren Zane. Let me just pull it up here really fast because I feel really dumb for not knowing characters' names. Let's see.
You got to play through the game, and then they'll all be ingrained in your brain.
Yeah, they will be, absolutely. Fleek is the Beastmaster, Zane is the operative, Mose is the gunner, and Amara is the siren.
Amara.
Yeah.
Got it.
But I'm going to play as Mose.
Oh, got it. Okay.
Is it Flack or Fleek?
It's like FL4K.
I think it might be
Weird.
Flack.
That's
It's
his
probably
name.
Flack, I guess. Huh?
Yeah, probably Flack. But Moses, who I'm going to play because her ult is awesome because she gets a mech.
That's cool.
And the cool thing about this mech, so there's so much more customization in this game. You can like with ults choose like elements that they'll like discharge, and with her specifically, the mech that you can choose for different arms to have different weapons, different elements, and it's just going to be a lot of fun.
Yep.
And I'm going to be absolutely playing the crap out of it.
I'd play with you, but there's no crossplay, right?
No.
And I'm not going to pick it up right away on PS4, but I might.
No, just
at
wait.
Some point
When
soon.
it comes on Steam in 6 months, you'll get it for 50% off. I'm sure.
Yeah, well, it'll be cheap on console before then too. I'm
yeah.
sure. No doubt.
So
It's going to be good.
Borderlands
looks that way.
3's Metascore is at 85,
Yeah,
pretty
that's
good.
solid.
based off 22 critics.
Not bad. Not bad. Yeah.
That's
There's
pretty good.
been some solid games this year.
Yeah.
It's going to be an interesting.
I think Borderlands is going to be on there on the Game
they're
of the
all
Year.
in, they're all in the
docket.
second half of the year though. The first half was pretty slow, as we established a few shows ago. But yeah, there's some good stuff coming out now. It's a good time.
Mhm.
Cool.
It's a good time to be a Borderlands fan.
Heck yes, it is. It's
Yeah.
been far too long.
It's far too long.
Glad they're bringing it back.
And they're still like pumping out DLC and stuff. They already have plans for 4 DLCs. Like,
oh yeah, they've got to.
You know.
And they have set a really high bar for themselves with,
Yeah.
with quality.
The
and
DLC
size
in
of
2,
DLC. And 1
A+
is all great.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I think they'll be fine.
Yeah, no doubt.
They're pretty good at giving us a decent chunk of game for the price that we're paying.
By the time
And that-
all the DLC drops, they usually have doubled the size of the game.
Yeah, I think that's the
effectively.
thing that a lot of developers like lose sight on with DLC. Like they're just like, yeah, this is just extra content. It's like you got to make it worth that extra content.
Yeah.
It's like you can't just like, slap a $20 price tag on it and give us 25% of your effort towards it.
Right.
You got to give 100%. Like you're making a brand new game,
Yep.
and they're really good at that. Like Tiny Tina's Dungeon Keep
Mm-hmm.
for Borderlands 2. Probably one of the best DLCs I've ever played in my entire life.
I didn't get to that one. I wish I had.
It's so much fun. It's goofy, it's dumb, and it's Dungeons and Dragons and Borderlands.
Yeah, I love that concept. It's
Yeah.
fantastic.
It's great.
Yep. I'm down.
Yep.
I'm down.
Hey,
What's up?
let's talk about other things.
I was talking about Nintendo a little bit.
Absolutely.
Okay, let's talk about Nintendo a little bit. So about a week ago,
Yeah.
a trailer dropped.
I don't
It
wanna
was just
talk.
a minute and a half long,
Oh my
and
God.
they were showing off a new piece of tech, a new
Tech.
a new controller.
It's not even.
What would you call it?
It's a workout piece of equipment.
The circle,
Okay.
the
Don't get
circle
ahead
has
of
been
ourselves.
invented for a
The,
millennia.
the
Yeah.
wheel
The
was
wheel.
invented a long time ago.
Yeah.
So it's
Do you remember Stick and Hoop?
It's a-
I'm sure
Do you
remember
know
that
who
game.
Da Vinci is?
it's a hoop
Yeah.
that you put your Joy-Con into.
Yeah.
It's a ring controller. And
Uh-huh.
in this video, they're showing people doing a lot of weird things with it. Like you're kind of smashing it together. It looks like it has some resistance
You're
to
smashing
it.
that
Swinging
like
it
button
around in the air.
face like a boss.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Laying down and doing weird things with it.
Yeah.
It's a weird piece of equipment.
It also comes with a leg strap
Leg strap.
There's
that you-
also a leg
that
strap.
you
for
put
your
your
other
controller
Joy-Con.
in.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
So this trailer didn't really show what these people were doing. It showed their end of the equation, but it didn't show anything that was on screen. So we had no idea what was actually happening here. And I think we all unanimously threw up our hands and said, what the heck is going on here? This is the most ridiculous thing I've ever seen. Nintendo does have a history of showing us things, showing us trailers for things and teasers for things that make us say that and make us think, what are you guys doing? Do you have any idea where your company is going or what it is you're trying to accomplish here? And then oftentimes it comes out and we understand. Labo is the most recent example.
Yeah, absolutely.
When we first saw that box of cardboard and all these weird little cardboard objects you could make, we all thought the same thing. We were like,
This is a
"You're going to
joke.
sell us a box of cardboard for $80, really, Nintendo?" And I've played multiple Labo kits now, and they've
Me
all worked
too.
really well and been interesting.
Yeah.
So don't judge it too harshly just yet.
I am. I'm already
Absolutely.
judging it.
I'm not going to
But-
hold back at all.
As of they said at the end of this trailer on September 12th, they were going to show you more. That's today.
And they did.
This morning, there was a new 8-minute trailer that kind of exposed everything about this thing and exactly what it is. You guys haven't seen that yet, right?
I watched
No.
a little bit of it.
I have not.
Okay, so I've got a rundown on exactly what this thing is, and I'd like you to, without seeing the trailer, see if this changes your mind at all about this object, this item, this controller.
All right.
So the game itself is called Ring Fit Adventure, and they spent some time talking about how adventure games work, how you're usually on a quest and there's an enemy and you're battling and you're doing all these fun things. And they pointed out how typically you do that stuff with a controller, and they're going to tackle that same genre, that same style of game with a completely different input method. So this is a fitness game, like Scott pointed out. It's very much a successor to Wii Fit, but takes a completely different approach. The whole thing is caged in an adventure game. It's actually as much an RPG as it is an adventure game from what they showed. So the levels consist of running, first and foremost. You're kind of jogging in place, and the leg strap that you strap on determines how fast you're running. So as you jog in place, you're making your way through levels. You're on tracks, so it's not like you're really exploring a lot and going in a lot of different directions. You're kind of on a set track, but you're running in place, and you'll encounter obstacles like you would expect. There's things to jump over. You'll be doing some flying at some point.
You'll be waving your arms around like an idiot.
You can do roll maneuvers. Yeah, but it's good for you. It's healthy.
I'm sorry, excuse me?
Yeah, exercise is good. We don't get a lot of
Nintendo's
exercise
new
when we're playing
slogan.
games. It's healthy.
It's healthy.
Nintendo, it's healthy. We should be on the marketing team.
Wow.
That's pretty good.
We're quitting the show.
So that's the basics of getting through the levels, but in these levels you're going to run into random encounters, and these are very reminiscent of like battles in a JRPG. And as you encounter enemies, you will do turn-based battles with them, and the attacks you do are based on exercises. I love the looks on your faces right now. It's great. So there's going to be 4 different classes of attacks, basically. They call them fit skills. And you do different attacks by doing different exercises. They're broken down by color. So red attacks use your arms, first and foremost. Yellow attacks use your core muscles. Blue attacks use leg muscles. And green skills are based on yoga activities. And there's over 40 attacks you could do. And so different enemies you encounter are going to be weak to various attack types. So there's some strategy in what exercises you want to do in how you attack these enemies. I know.
Oh.
There's always just a touch of genius in the absurd, ridiculous things that Nintendo does.
Is that what you're calling this?
Reggie sure left when he had the chance, didn't he?
He really did.
Nintendo's riding high.
He dodged that bullet.
They could weather 1,000 failed projects like this and still be doing great with the Switch. So I'm not even if this thing completely flops and everybody thinks it's the dumbest thing ever.
And they do.
Okay, but let's look to the previous example, which is Wii Fit. It was a popular item, and it sold really well. I would say it was a little more practical than this because it actually was like a scale. It would monitor your progress, monitor your weight, and I guess it incorporated your statistics a little more into the progress you're making in the game. This is more... It seems like they took that concept and they said, we want to make as much a game as we do a workout thing. And that's the motivation with this thing. They want you to have fun and reason to come back and level up your character and fight more enemies. That's your motivation to do some working out. I don't know. It could work. It's crazy enough to work.
Are you going to buy one?
I don't know. We'll get to like release date and price.
He absolutely will.
And then we'll all say whether or not we're interested in it. You could already answer that probably.
I'm not interested in it at all.
Okay. Watch the trailer still.
Basically.
So, I get it.
Do you?
Do you understand the
concept
concept now? You don't... I mean... They're motivating you to work out by playing an RPG.
They're giving you another piece of plastic garbage equipment.
What's the last piece of plastic garbage equipment they gave us?
The Wii U.
You're not wrong. No, there were some great games on Wii U. Obviously, it flopped.
Yeah.
So that's harsh, man.
So I get both sides. I get it. Like, so this is a workout game.
Yes.
Yeah, somebody can have fun, quote unquote, working out while playing a game.
Quote unquote working out.
Other than workout type games, right?
Right.
So they have RPG to play to kind of make it more fun, and they can come back and progress and stuff like that, right? Well, I also don't like that they made a crappy RPG with bad mechanics.
You don't know
this gimmicky device.
I mean, yeah.
This is my opinion right now.
But you haven't even seen the trailer. You're assuming things, which is fine, but go on.
With this gimmicky device.
Yeah.
Why not just go full into a workout game?
Because they've done that. And it went over all right, but kids are not going to gravitate towards something like that.
Yeah, kids are fat.
but
kids don't care
think-
about the fitness aspect of it, but they certainly care about playing a game that they think is fun and motivating and that they can level up.
Do you think this is ever marketed towards kids younger than 25?
Good question, because in the trailer they didn't show a lot of young people playing it. It's more like people our age, 20s, 30s. But I could see just the visual style and stuff. I could see them trying to appeal toward kids. Keep in mind, none of the Switch marketing thus far has really been directed toward kids. From the beginning, from the first trailer, from the first rooftop party, it's been all millennials playing Switch games basically in all the marketing.
There's some kids at a skate park. I remember.
I guess so. Yeah, that's relatively recent, but yeah, you're not wrong. Switch Lite may be kind of an attempt.
I don't know, man. We'll see. We'll see how this turns out. I think it's a big joke.
I'm not in love with the idea. I think it's novel enough to be interesting and maybe worth trying.
I think if a company comes out with too many jokes, too many, kind of ridiculous.
A company, maybe Nintendo's exempt from that because they've done it for their entire lifespan. And remember, they made stuff like this. They made toys long before they made video games. So making random weird things like this and like Labo is totally in their wheelhouse.
I think their timing is really good, because I think if they did something like Labo and this at the same time, if you start flooding like the market with like these ridiculous contraptions, it's not going to like bode well for how people look at your company and your different products.
They've always done it though. Look at the Virtual Boy, man.
Their spacing is good.
That's a full console that was a gimmick essentially, and people called the 3DS a gimmick at one point because it was glasses free 3D, and we had never seen anything like that before. It went on to become one of their best selling systems. Who knows, man?
So 10 years down the road, everybody has this ring.
No one even used the 3D. I had mine off like a good 95% of the time.
Yeah,
that's
true. I guess
it's just a handheld console. Don't kid yourself.
So, and eventually they took the 3D.
We definitely encourage you guys to go look at this commercial. Do we have an official name for it?
Watch. Yeah, it's called the controller itself is called the Ringcon, and then the game is called what did I call it? Ring Fit Adventure is the name of the game. And it's coming out. They gave a release date and a price. It's coming out October 18th. It's about 2 months away. Or a month away. And it's going to be $80. So
$80?
$80? It's a game. You're paying $20 for the controllers.
Okay, well, that's not bad.
Why do you guys act this way?
What are you talking about?
You said the same thing about Labo. Like, I'm paying $80 for a box of cardboard, but there's a game.
You said that too.
I know I did. We were completely neglecting the game part of it.
You didn't even buy it for full price. You bought it for $20.
I did wait until it got drastically marked down, and it ended up being fun. And again, I don't know if I would pay full price for the Labo stuff, having experienced it. I don't know if this is worth $80. I have no idea. The game doesn't look amazing by any like actual game standards, but what if it does get people moving that wouldn't otherwise be moving? What if it does get kids motivated?
What if they sell
most people who don't move are so obese that
watch it, buddy.
What if they sell 150,000 units on the first day?
That's okay. That's not amazing by Nintendo standards.
I think it's amazing for some ridiculous product that they just decided to develop and put out there.
Yeah, that's true.
They're like, wow, this is really successful.
It's a weird one. We'll keep our eyes on it.
Yeah, so
I know where you guys stand, clearly. I don't even know if I would pick one up right now at launch, but I'm very curious about it.
I can almost 82% guarantee that Brittin is going to get one of these.
He will.
Some point.
Only when it's only like $20.
Did you guys play ARMS at all?
Yeah.
No,
it was a garbage game.
It's all right. It's not a game you're going to spend a ton of time with, but that game got me seriously winded. Like, it gets the heart rate up, actually, because of all the moving.
It got really difficult.
And it wasn't even really...
And I got
it is hard.
So angry with it.
It's frustrating.
That
game wasn't even
Chuck
designed...
your Joy-Con across the room.
Honestly.
That wasn't even designed as a motivator to get active, get working out.
Yeah.
This is designed that way. Everything about it is to motivate you to exercise. So I do honestly feel like it will be good for exercise.
Mm-hmm.
I just don't know if the presentation is going to be cool enough to warrant it being an overall cool product. We'll see.
mean, it is. I mean, if you want to talk about aesthetics and stuff like that, it's not a very appealing device.
No. It doesn't. I mean, it looks like a piece of workout equipment almost.
Chunky.
Yeah,
It is a workout piece of equipment,
and it's only $20. Keep that in
colorful.
Mind. You do?
You know, yeah. I want them to bring that Switch vibe to it.
Interesting.
I mean, the only Switch that has color was the neon ones.
That's true.
The other ones are just black.
Hey, also, let me ask you this: can you guys think of anything even remotely like this on the market?
No.
Okay, so isn't that enough reason for Nintendo to try it?
No.
I don't know if really.
You go to the arcade and play DDR.
They're experts at disrupting what's established and what's on the market. Instead of trying to compete with other products, they find a market that doesn't even exist or is underserved and jump in there, which it's worked out really well for them a lot of times. We wouldn't have the Wii if they hadn't thought that way. And the Wii is one of the most interesting consoles that's ever been released. Whether you like it or not, that's a different story, but it's definitely a unique thing, you know?
Well, I remember how massive the Wii was.
It was a huge success.
Yeah.
Grandmas were buying it. That's what it's all about.
We definitely encourage you guys to go check out the Ringcon.
Yeah.
Let us know what you think. What you guys, if you guys like it, you're going to get it.
I think you two should watch it too, and maybe we'll chat about it again in the
Do you
future.
remember when the Wii came out with like its plastic extensions for like Wii Sports and stuff? It had like a golf club and a tennis racket and stuff like that.
Nintendo didn't make those. Those were third party.
Oh, were they?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So you can't
dumb.
pin that stupid thing on Nintendo.
It's so silly.
People made a lot of weird peripherals for the Wii remotes.
Yeah.
Another little brief piece of Nintendo news. This will just take a second. Nintendo filed a new patent recently on what essentially looks like an actual plastic VR headset, essentially. Kind of like the Labo kit that came out recently, but instead of cardboard, it's plastic. And they've released a few products, or a few...
Does it come with a headband?
No, actually, it doesn't.
Oh, my God.
It's the same deal where you can't actually strap it to your head.
You have to hold it to your face.
They haven't made any games yet that would require you to strap it to your head, so that's probably why. But it doesn't really look like this is a huge foray into VR gaming, but it looks like maybe they're doubling down a little bit on the idea of bringing small bite-sized VR experiences to Switch. So I don't know if that will actually turn into anything. It's just a patent. It could be nothing, but it looks like they might be digging a little deeper into VR going into the future. Hey, we've got a Reggie watch.
Reggie, watch. Oh, hang on.
Here we go. Yeah, get it right, man. Do it justice. Oh.
Reggie, watch.
That's the one.
I like how we hear the chair
the creak.
the chair creak in the tunnel.
It makes it real, you know?
Yeah, it really feels it.
What's South by Southwest? Can you guys tell me?
It's a film school.
No, it's
an event.
It's a kind of multimedia
I knew
festival in Austin, Texas.
Sorry, I'm thinking of Full Sail.
Yeah, it's in Austin.
You have games, movies, all kinds of stuff. You have concerts and music and a little bit of everything.
They named it after Alfred Hitchcock. Actually.
Really?
Yeah.
Is that one of his films or something like
South
that?
by Southwest.
Got it. Okay. Cool. So I've never really...
He's a director.
Did they stream some of it or something? Like, how do you experience it? Do you have to go there?
I've never personally experienced it.
Okay.
I know a lot of people go there.
All right. You're probably wondering why I brought this up.
Is it because of the... Reggie, watch.
Yes.
the chair creak.
Yes, Scott, it is. Oh, I'm in the tunnel still.
Yeah, you're in the tunnel.
All right, let me out. So Reggie announced on his Twitter account that he's going to be giving one of the two keynotes at South by Southwest
I
this
love
year.
that this is a thing that we do.
It's in March of next year. We are going to keep this going as long as we possibly can.
I love it.
And if we don't have one next week, I found one we missed from a couple months ago that we're going to have to hit on at some point.
Okay.
So if we're ever Reggie Watch deficient, I got us covered.
Thanks, man.
There's got to be something. It's been consistent, man. We've had one every week for like 3 weeks now.
Yeah.
But everybody just loves Reggie, you know?
How could
and
you
even
not?
if he's doing less than interesting things, we're going to keep checking in on him and sharing those
I'm
things
gonna
with you.
message him on Twitter and be like, hey,
We just need to tweet him every day.
would you mind coming on the podcast? What would
do
you
it.
do?
If you bug him enough.
What would
he'll
you do?
Well,
I would just not show up
he
that
already
day.
said he wouldn't be here.
Yeah.
Which is unfathomable.
Unheard of.
How would you not be here? If he's like, yeah, I will
dude.
come on your show.
Yeah, I'll come on your show for an episode.
I'm not doing anything that weekend. No problem. South by Southwest is next month, so I'll come this month. Yeah.
Oh,
No problem.
I would actually die.
Yeah.
Personally.
Okay, good. It's
If
not
he-
just me.
No, dude.
You get
I would
starstruck sometimes
I
too.
would fangirl so
Yes.
hard, dude.
Yeah.
I'd be like, holy
And the
crap.
funny thing is, he's just a corporate executive, you know?
This is
it's
Reggie
amazing
Fils-Aimé. This is the
that he's that-
Reginator himself.
He's that lovable, despite the fact that he's just, he's a suit at Nintendo, or was for a long time.
Now he's retired.
It's cool. Good for him, man. He built such a reputation. And
He is-
clearly everybody else in the industry and outside of the industry
Yeah.
recognize that because he's being reached out to for events like this. That's
Yeah.
not even a video game centered thing.
Yeah.
He's known for his leadership skills and a lot of events like this, and his speaking gig at Cornell University. I think it's based on the fact that he has a lot to say about leadership and building strong leadership at companies. Mm-hmm. And he's done it many times at many different companies personally too.
Yeah,
so.
he was the pizza master.
That's right.
Yeah.
The Bigfoot,
The big
and the big Chicago,
the
something
Chicago
like that.
deep dish
Yeah,
or something.
yeah.
He was a big deal.
It's true.
He still is a big deal. We can't discredit anything he does.
No, absolutely not. He's doing way more now than he ever did.
Reggie, if you're listening, be on the show, please.
That's so funny.
More like this is us begging at this point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Brittin won't
Yeah.
be here, but me and Zach will.
I know he listens every week, but he just hasn't reached back out
Yeah,
to us
that's-
yet.
yeah.
Hopefully, this is the time.
Oh
I
my
won't know what to talk to you about, but it'd be pretty cool to have you on.
But-
you won't be the tallest guy in the room anymore.
I
Zach.
won't, no.
He's actually huge.
Is
Like
he?
he's a tall dude.
Was he like 6'4", 6'5"? Probably?
Yeah, he is a tall man.
Yep.
We would have to give him the Brittin spot, the big chair.
This is a big chair.
Yeah.
This could accommodate pretty much anyone.
Yeah.
I would move for Reggie, of course.
Oh.
in a
I know you
heartbeat.
would. I know you
Not
would.
I wouldn't stand it as well.
We could all just stare at Reggie and be like, how do you like the chair, Reggie?
Like, hey.
That's how awkward it would
Do
be.
you,
It's a pretty cool studio, huh?
do you like our studio? We like music.
Hey, what's your favorite video
Have
game?
you ever heard of NWCC Radio? Well, you should.
Oh man, and this is exactly why we can never have anyone
Here's
even remotely
no, it'd be
famous
great.
on the show.
You know, it'd
Here's
be great.
water from Fiji. Not actually Fiji, but just the Fiji water.
I love it. I
Yeah.
love it. I want it to happen now.
Okay.
I'll just hide in the cower in the corner and
I
let
know.
you guys handle everything.
You're gonna be over in the chair in the corner. You're not even gonna be on the couch. You're just gonna be in the chair.
He doesn't need to know that I'm by far the biggest Nintendo fan in the universe.
Uh,
Don't bring it
I
up.
think he'll find out.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he'll
maybe.
figure it out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey guys.
Hey.
This has been your
Oh,
right on cue.
Reggie, watch.
I like how it's like the fourth time.
Uh huh.
The fourth time we had
Yeah.
the red one.
I mean,
Yeah. What's
We-
the problem?
we
Oh,
got it.
sorry.
we got to make a spectacle of it.
Yeah, we gotta get out. Yeah, we gotta make sure that people know that it's Reggie.
It's
watch
true.
time.
What
Got-
else is going on?
Guys, we have a new trailer for Death Stranding.
Yeah, we do.
We have we have some plot line. Do you guys want to hear about it?
No,
I do. This came out at Tokyo Game Show, right? I think that's going on right
Oh
now.
yeah,
Yeah, it is.
It started today.
Okay.
Yeah.
it started yesterday.
The
Actually,
12th.
the 11th.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. Tell us. What did you find out?
So basically, we get some plot line. I'm horrible with characters.
That's fine.
Just
with-
say
with
Norman
names.
Reedus. It's
So
fine.
there's Norman Reedus, obviously, and there's two others. What seems like his sister is the so-called president of the United States.
Oh, okay.
It seems like their mother was the previous president, but died.
Oh.
And then it seems like the country, so the U.S., has fallen. And then their objective was to travel west across the country, use these nodes to connect the different cities, and basically bring the country back together. But as Norman Reedus' sister was traveling cross country, she got captured when she got to the West Coast. So
Okay.
Reedus' goal is to travel across country, go rescue his sister, and finish connecting the country
Got it.
back together.
So is there like no communication between the capital and the rest of the United States, essentially?
Yeah, essentially, yeah.
Got
So
it.
they're trying to reconnect the cities that are most successful.
Yeah.
But this is, I think, what the objective is.
And they basically have to do it on foot.
have to do
It sounds
on
like.
foot, yeah. Well, so her sister, they basically got a bunch of like tech and vehicles and stuff together,
Right.
To basically go across.
Uh-huh.
And they are mostly successful. But I think Reedus is on foot.
Yeah, for whatever reason, every time we see gameplay, he's walking.
Yeah,
There's
so-
I haven't seen vehicles or anything like that, really.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then, of course, there's that whole, like, dead world spiritual layer on top of everything that's going on.
Yeah, and for some reason they had the tech to basically find those guys and avoid them,
Mm-hmm. Okay.
and they're able to do that. But yeah, I have no idea why RIDEEE is on foot.
Do we know why the U.S. fell or the world fell? Maybe.
No.
Obviously, it has something to do with this otherworldly presence, right?
Yeah.
You would think.
Yeah.
Okay.
We don't
But
know.
the trailer didn't give us anything new
They
on
didn't
that.
give us any of that, but
Okay.
we have a reason why he's walking.
Okay. Yeah.
Why he's walking.
That's good. Do we know about the rest of the world, or is this just U.S. stuff
This is
going
the
on?
U.S. for right now.
Gotcha.
But dude,
So this is Kojima just predicting the future, essentially.
Yeah.
For our country.
Yeah.
essentially.
Yeah. Okay. Gotcha.
But yeah.
Okay.
Dude,
Cool.
looks really good.
Are you still excited?
Yes, very
Nothing
much.
has changed.
Very much so.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good. Yeah.
Yeah.
It looks so bizarre.
I've been trying to beat Horizon Zero Dawn. I was like,
Oh,
I want to
okay.
get that done so I can, just be fresh and ready for Death Stranding.
Yep.
Probably not gonna do that. Probably
You're
gonna-
good at you're good at focusing on a new game and getting through it. You've done it with a few games recently, like
Yeah,
Spider-Man
Red
and
Dead,
Red Dead.
Spider-Man.
Yep. So I know you're going to do it with this one too.
Yeah.
I'd like to do it alongside you. I'll see if I can make it happen.
Are you actually gonna buy a new game?
I don't know. I do sometimes.
Like what?
I mean,
Yeah,
you mean non-Nintendo, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
it's something that's like full $60, non-Nintendo.
Because all Nintendo games need to be discount games. We've established that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I might. I still have my Best Buy Gamers Club unlocked discount
really-
for a little bit longer, so I get 20% off. So I would only have to pay $48.
I really want to like weird out with you.
was an
so
advertisement
I'd
for Best
appreciate
Buy.
if you do that, and then we can talk about it.
I'm not
Yeah.
gonna buy it.
I know you're gonna be busy at Borderlands, dude, for
Yeah,
like
dude.
a year.
Yeah, that's so true.
There's a lot coming out in the second half of this year. So
Yeah.
it when does it drop exactly? Do you have a date?
November 18th, I think.
Got it. That's like almost exactly the due date of my wife and I's new baby. So maybe
Perfect time to play the game.
maybe I won't play it at all, or maybe I'll have a bunch of downtime and I'll be able to play it. We'll
Either
see.
or.
Yeah,
Either or.
yeah, we'll see.
Yeah, I mean, we have a lot of games coming out.
I know. I think that's about the same date as Pokemon too. It's really close, anyway. If
I
not,
think it's the same date.
it could be.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. What are they doing? Why do companies have to drop multiple huge games on us at the same time? It's just mean.
Take our money, corporations
I
have
know.
it,
And our time
and our time.
and our lives
Shut up and take my money.
and our
Yeah.
minutes.
But you know what? We find happiness out of this stuff. So
It's true.
That's okay.
Yeah.
That's true. That's what it's all about.
Hopefully, I don't get burned again this holiday season.
Everything looks pretty promising so far. I hope you like Pokemon.
I'm talking about last year.
I know,
Like
but
Let's Go and 76.
yeah, I don't think anything this year is going to do that to you.
I just spent
we already know-
$100 on Borderlands.
We
so
already know
hopefully it's good.
Borderlands won't do that to you. I think that's a safe bet.
Yeah, that's fair.
Pokemon's still a little up in the air.
No, I think Pokemon's gonna be good. I played a demo. It was fun.
Okay.
I mean, to be honest, so far, there's not very many games that.
Not many stinkers.
Not many sneakers that.
It's true.
Like we've heard that have had development issues.
Yeah,
Or delays. Besides Cyberpunk. Cyberpunk got pushed back earlier in the year.
that's true.
But that game wasn't gonna come out for a while anyway.
Yeah.
They
But-
literally don't even have gameplay footage of it yet. They
No, they
only
do.
have trailers.
No, they do.
Do they?
Yeah. There's a 14-minute thing released.
Wow. Is
Yeah.
Keanu in it?
No.
Then I don't care.
Keanu's in everything.
He's a voice, right? So he's not.
No, he is a character in the game.
Because I thought he was just a narration.
He's
No.
he's a Fight Club style plot device where he exists in your head, but he actually appears in the game as like an extra character.
physically
as, well. I
as
think.
Keanu.
Yeah, so you see him, but you're the only one that sees him. I think.
As Bill himself. Or, sorry, Ted.
I don't know.
No, he's Ted.
Is he Ted?
Yeah, Bill's
Got
the
it.
other one.
Got
Who
it.
no one knows.
Aw, poor guy. He's coming back though.
Yeah.
They're gonna make a new one of those. I think.
Third movie.
Okay.
Hey.
Apple Arcade. I don't know.
Nah, dude.
Nah? Not feeling it?
Dude.
Nah, B.
Nah.
Something about the Guinness Book of World Records.
Yeah.
Wow.
Okay, all right.
That was a
all
stark
right.
contrast.
I just read it, so I can tell
Dude,
you about
it's
it.
so sick.
It's really funny.
It's so funny. Go ahead, Scott.
So EA earned a world record, but not for Battlefront 2, but not for the reason you're thinking.
Battlefront. Really?
Battlefront 2.
Yeah.
Okay.
They earned a Guinness Book of World Record for it. Can you guess what that world record is?
It's got to have something to do with loot boxes.
It does.
Does it? Okay, I have no idea. What is it?
The world record is for the most downvoted Reddit post of all time with a whopping 600,000 downvotes.
Oh my
683,000.
Yeah,
downvotes.
683,000 downvotes.
And this was a post from EA, not like a post about EA.
This was a post from EA, from their like community manager,
Okay.
basically saying how loot boxes aren't that bad. Suck it up, Buttercup.
Really?
And yeah,
That's a bold stance to take in this day.
that is the basic premise of it, and it was downvoted so many times, and it will never be it'll never probably be broken in the foreseeable future.
Wow.
Yeah.
How can you take such a beloved franchise and just drive it so hard into the ground?
Because EA
is greedy.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's all it took.
I mean, just look, it took people to literally not want to support EA in any way. So if they come out with any games, they're like, nope, I'm not going to play it.
I know many people that take that stance.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's very few EA franchises that I would play at this point.
Yeah.
I do want to bring back Dead Space.
I can't think of any off the top of my head that I like really care about.
The Sims, man.
Yeah.
I'm just joking.
So
wow, The Sims.
Maybe SimCity. That came
Nah.
back in an interesting way.
Nah.
Nah.
But that was a fun little piece of
that is
trivia.
hilarious.
Yeah.
What's that?
So we all know that like EA releases these sports games year after year.
Yeah.
They're usually
EA
all
Sports. It's in the game.
Mm-hmm.
they're usually always the same.
Yep.
There's another sports game, another soccer game called PES or PES.
Pro Evolution Soccer.
Yep.
Yep.
I believe it's developed by Konami.
Okay.
But
Wait, Konami doesn't make games anymore. I don't think.
Neither does Valve.
We'll have
It's
to fact
okay.
check. Okay, but what about it?
I started playing it.
Oh.
And it makes me happy that I like it, and I don't have to play an EA sports game.
But FIFA's probably still better, right? Or-
Absolutely not.
No. Oh, okay,
No,
cool.
their programming and stuff for their AI and their your computer counterparts
Okay.
is really, really good.
Isn't there like team licensing issues oftentimes?
There
with these
is, yeah.
games?
So unfortunately, it plays that weighs heavily on the game. And
Okay.
you don't get a lot of like the full leagues and teams and stuff that you would on EA.
So do they have some of the teams, but not all
yeah,
of
they're
them or
all like
something? Oh, that's
off
weird.
leagues in Asia and then like second leagues in England. You
Got
have a
it.
few like main English Premier League teams that they've kind of like independently signed with.
Uh-huh.
Do they have the Sounders?
They don't.
Well, then what's
they don't
the
have
point?
any MLS teams.
I have an idea for how they could solve that problem.
But this is in
Make
a
a better game.
This
Just make
is,
them all robots.
So this is in a version. This is a free like light version that they have.
Uh-huh.
I don't know if like PES 2020 that's coming out if they countered that and. You know,
Okay.
Yeah.
I doubt it. I mean, EA has had basically all major leagues of all major sports on lockdown for a long time now.
Yeah.
Except baseball, I think, right?
No.
Baseball's
No, I think they have baseball.
MLB The Show is the big one, isn't it? Because what's the EA
Do
baseball
we look
game?
like we play sports games
Yeah,
on the
we
regular?
Okay, I think baseball's the one exception.
We talk
I
about
think-
good games like, Borderlands and Death
We
Stranding.
don't talk about sports games. We're bad at this.
No. I don't even know how
But
sports
Zach's
ball works.
digging into it with this football game.
Yeah, I can see him on his computer typing it up right now.
Just a
looking
little,
into it.
just a little tidbit. I'm
Okay.
enjoying PES a
That's
lot.
cool. Okay.
And I'm even thinking about getting 2020.
Yo, I love
Nice.
Pez. They're probably one of my favorite candies.
They're pretty good.
Yeah.
I just don't even put them in the machine,
Yeah, you just shove them in your mouth.
Pop
Just
'em.
open the pack and dump the whole thing in your
Just
mouth.
Can we
Flick
talk
them in your
about
mouth.
Pez for a second?
Sure.
I know it sounds really dumb, but I was thinking about it the other day. Some of those things are actually worth a lot of money, like
Yeah.
Pez dispensers.
Yeah.
Why?
You guys are
They're
very
dumb.
into collecting because they've been around since like the late 80s, right?
They still make them real hard. Like, you can
Yeah.
find them for every modern kids cartoon.
Yeah.
Everything out
I
there.
know. It's weird.
Yeah. There's a little. You guys have been to Seaside, right? Of course.
Yeah,
So there's,
yeah.
there's a shop there that it's like a retro candy /
Yeah, I know exactly
soda
which one you're
/ whatever
talking
shop.
about.
They have like thousands and thousands and thousands of Pez machines there from every era.
Crazy.
Yeah.
And they're worth a lot of money, too.
It's weird, right?
Yeah.
No
Anyway,
thanks. They're
so
kind of dumb.
I just had to bring that up. I think it's just a collectible thing to be collectibles.
Yeah.
So
Of course.
I
Man, I'm-
honestly haven't seen one in so long.
a
though.
Pez dispenser?
A Pez.
I
You
got
probably
some at my
has,
house.
but you've just never noticed.
Yeah.
You just never like.
How can you not notice?
Do
a
they
Pez
still
dispenser?
do they still have Pez dispensers at like 7-Eleven?
They have them at like
Yeah.
Target and Fred Meyer
Yeah.
and stuff like
They have
that.
'em everywhere.
I'm gonna go look for them next time at a store then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just go in the
Yeah.
candy section. You'll find one.
The
Or
Pez tastes exactly how you remember it, though. Just get
Chalk?
some of the candy. It's got a unique taste.
Chalk.
You know what I've always thought? I've always thought Red Bull and a lot of energy drinks taste like just ground up Pez, basically. So I've always made that connection, and I always love Pez, and I love Red Bull. So
That's really
there's some
gross.
connection to be made there.
When I think of Pez, I always think of what are they, Smarties?
Oh yeah.
As
Oh,
well,
dude,
those are
Smarties are
great,
the
too.
best.
Smarties are
hey,
great.
fun fact about Smarties. So you know how here they're like little solid sweet candies.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Over in Canada, they're like chocolate, like M&Ms.
What?
Yeah.
Smarties?
No.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
Is it the
No.
same
Yeah.
branding and styling and everything? Except
No,
that they're
completely different. They look
then
like
they're just a different candy then.
they
right?
look like whatchamacallem.
M&M's.
No,
You
no,
just
no.
described
They-
M&Ms,
They taste
basically.
like M&Ms. They
Yeah.
taste exactly like
Sixlets?
M&Ms, but they look like what are they called?
Out with it. Mentos.
Yeah,
Oh,
like
yeah?
Mentos.
Really?
Yeah. They're like little
They're like
flat discs.
Big M&Ms.
Yeah.
They should just call them
but they're
big
called
M&Ms.
Smarties. And I remember, I'm like, what do you guys call? I don't even remember the name that they call Smarties, but they're not.
Yeah.
Did I just blow your mind?
I don't know
No.
if I believe you
Oh,
about
Brittin
it.
just blew my mind.
What did I do?
He said big M&Ms.
Yeah.
We have normal M&Ms.
Uh-huh.
They made the small little tiny M&Ms
Yeah.
in those little canisters,
Uh-huh.
Yeah,
right?
the minis.
If they made a big M&M that
In
you
a
could
stack?
hold with two hands.
Oh, geez. You mean like a Whopper?
Yes, a giant M&M that you could bite into.
I don't like that at all.
Absolutely.
What if there was a giant peanut inside of it? Can you even imagine?
How would you make something
They'd
like
have to
that?
make
a giant peanut butter filled M&M?
Ooh,
Yes.
yes.
Peanut butter, yes.
Yeah.
Please.
They literally just dump an entire like jar of peanut butter into it, seal it up, slap it on there.
Pretty sure that's how candy making works.
Yeah.
Welcome to VGRx, your weekly dose
Of candy related
candy
talks
news.
and news, you know how.
We've never segged in this particular direction before.
We've
I kind
never
of like
have,
it.
yeah.
Because we have one other subject on our doc, which personally I really don't want to talk about.
Yeah.
Could you tell we're just looking for fun stuff to talk about?
I mean, this is okay. This is why we have the
I love
banter
it.
portion.
Yeah.
Some week,
Let's have some
last
fun.
week is really heavy. We
Yep.
had a ton to talk
Heavy,
about.
real heavy.
Real heavy.
Okay. Well,
And
hey.
then this week we're kind of just chilling, you know.
It's
so
true.
then why don't we talk about our gaming moment of the week?
Okay.
Okay.
What do
Let's
you guys
do it.
got?
You guys go first.
I've been playing a lot of Borderlands too.
That's so funny.
I've been preparing myself mentally for 3, and just being able to compare, be like, oh, this is in Borderlands 2. I actually just beat Borderlands 2 yesterday.
Very nice.
I still want to play all the DLC, but my friend doesn't have any of it apparently, which I didn't know.
Oh, that's weird.
I was like, how do you not have the DLC? He's like, I wasn't going to pay for it. 3's coming out. And I was like, you're really stupid. The game's on like half off all the time.
I've seen the handsome collection
it's very
for like
cheap.
$20
yeah,
many times.
less, like
Yeah.
5.
Yeah,
They're just like, here, have this free game with all this great DLC.
that's funny.
So I've been playing that. It was a lot of fun. I love Borderlands, man.
It's great.
It's such a great game. I
yeah, you're
remember-
so ready.
Hey, don't burn out before 3 hits, man.
No, dude.
Not a
I'm
chance.
No, there's no way.
Okay.
I'm so
do
ready for
you
this game.
think? Do you think you'll beat Borderlands 3 by next week's show?
No, I won't.
Not a
there's
chance.
There's 30 hours of like story by itself. That's not even including all the like side quests.
And
stuff
you
like that.
completely
I do
sidetrack.
all the side quests.
And you'll
Every single
probably
one.
will you go online in your first playthrough and play multiplayer?
I'll play with friends.
Okay, yeah. Typically, I've always gone through the entire game by myself first before I get online at all.
Well, you're kind of a loner, so
yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
And then there's usually a like a ultra hard mode or something that you
Yeah,
unlock after
True
you beat
Vault
it.
Hunter
New,
mode.
New Game Plus.
yeah. But they have a new thing, a new feature called Mayhem mode.
Right.
And essentially what it does is it adds to that. So like you can start the whole game over again in True Vault Hunter mode, keep all your skills and everything, but this new mode called Mayhem mode will ramp up the difficulty tenfold,
Yeah.
but give you like 1,000% more chance to get better loot. And there's
okay.
different tiers. So there's like Mayhem mode 1, 2, and 3. And 3 is like the hardest.
Right.
And they also give you, after, if you do decide you want to do that, they'll give you a new tree of skills called Mayhem skills. And they'll also add on to the game and like boost your character and stuff like that. So
Okay.
the game doesn't start until you beat it the first time.
Yeah.
Realistically.
Yeah.
So
I like that.
I'm excited.
That's cool,
And
man.
then all the DLC that'll come out, which will be absolutely fantastic.
No doubt.
It's just gonna be a good game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
I'm
have no
excited.
doubt. I think it'll be awesome.
Dude.
Zach, what's your Gmail?
I was like, it took me a second.
What's your
to register that.
Gmail?
What's your
Man,
Gmail?
It would have to be pub. I've been pretty busy this
What?
week, and so like
It's not allowed.
I've been playing pub.
Okay.
I've been getting beat a lot, so I went into training mode, and I actually started like playing around with like weapon efficiencies and spreads and accuracies and different like shooting tactics, and I realized PUBG is super realistic
Okay.
when it comes to gunplay.
Yeah.
So I went into the training grounds, played a little bit, and then went back in and started getting some kills.
Okay.
Hey, Zach, I want to let you know I'm really proud of you.
Why?
You used to be a boy and play Fortnite like a little child, and now you're finally a man
Playing PUBG.
playing PUBG. Like a real grid-stricken man-child
I
are.
haven't played Fortnite in a long time.
It's good. You're not missing much.
And
Game's garbage.
And the reason why I did play a lot is I used to play with a lot of people pretty frequently. So that
Yeah,
made it a lot
I'm
of
just
fun.
sick and tired of seeing a bunch of 10-year-olds flossing all over work.
I guess I really played it solo.
Do you see that a lot?
All the time.
I do see too much.
I
flossing, too.
see kids just like start flossing.
Yeah.
They had a competition at PAX at one of the booths, like
Ugh.
for like 5 kids who were flossing on
You do
stage.
the best floss.
This is why I don't go to PAX. I'm just kidding.
no,
That's not why.
that's not why.
I'm
We know
just
that.
like I'm so over it.
Yeah.
They're really trying to grasp at it too, like really trying to keep it interesting, but it's slowly starting to taper off.
Yeah. I
Yeah,
still
it
give
really
Fortnite
is.
a lot of credit for their unique
Absolutely
events and stuff like that, but
you have to respect that. But it's
can't keep it relevant
it's
forever.
more the community than anything. It's just sad.
Yeah.
Which I mean, most of the community is 10-year-olds, but you know, whatever.
true.
Last week we talked about audio a little bit.
Yeah.
Audio in PUBG is absolutely essential and amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. I mean, that
Great.
game
Thanks.
wasn't from a huge studio, so it's cool that you are finding all these things about the production quality of the game to be so impressive.
I mean, because console is behind, like it's really slow in their development process, so they update it basically last behind everything else. It's kind of slow to kind of get started, but it's a lot better than when they first launched on the PS4.
I gotcha.
Very true.
Dope.
What's your game moment of the week?
Majimao.
Your Gmail.
Your Gmail.
Well,
Your Gmail.
Here it is. It was downloading the new Celeste content and jumping in expecting like a 45-minute, 1 hour little gameplay thing to play through, get a nice epilogue to the story, and move on. And now here I am.
Absolutely pounded by
Five-
it.
I
Here I am
wanted
5
to
hours later.
curse so bad.
It's so
Such garbage.
they brilliantly threw you back into the old content. So you jump in expecting just a new little piece, but you end up playing 5-6 more hours of the game that you may never have experienced before.
That would kind of end up pissing me off.
I did at first. I was like, I really just want to see the new stuff, but I realized there's so much of the old stuff I never saw that I never had the motivation to seek out and go see.
Okay.
And so it gave me a new appreciation
Broke
for
you
the
out of
game.
your comfort zone.
Yeah,
Nice.
And I'm playing real hard levels now. I feel good about it.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Hey, Zach, what's trivia this week?
Oh, I got it for you.
Okay.
And
well,
so
well, hurry up because we got like 4 minutes left.
Okay. You guys might have seen it. If you do, go ahead and tell me your answer. But what is the X button on the PlayStation called?
Oh, I keep on seeing this
I saw this
stupid
too.
article. I didn't actually
And we'll
read
talk
it.
about it.
Okay.
What's the answer?
Should we
guys?
tell you?
Yeah, I know what it is.
They call it cross.
Yeah.
Officially, Sony says it's the cross,
Cross
button.
button.
That's so
Cross
stupid.
button.
It's an X. It's not a cross is a plus sign. An X is a X. You know.
But
If you hold your controller at a weird angle, maybe-
a Reddit user broke it down, and they said that basically an X makes a rectangle, while a cross makes a square.
Huh?
So dumb,
X
dude.
makes a-
Yeah, because of the way an X is like officially written, it makes a rectangle.
But on the controller, it would make a square. The X on the controller would make a square.
Yeah.
So that Reddit user was really grasping for straws, I think, and trying to
cross.
explain it
Everyone's
away.
trying to grasp
It's a
for
cross.
cross.
Yeah.
We heard from the big dogs themselves.
Why would they?
It's a cross.
Why
I
would
think
they
they're just-
bring this up like 20 years later?
It's been I guess it's been a running topic for some years now,
It's
but
come up before.
they've officially kind of
they officially are like, man, let's just say something really stupid.
They're trolling us.
So
They just want to get people talking about
second,
something dumb.
Second trivia, if I have time.
Ooh, yeah.
Real quick.
Yeah, hurry.
What was the longest video game script ever written
Ooh.
in amount of words?
Ooh.
I feel like I know the answer to this
Because
too.
we think about game development and game production, but we don't think about the writing that goes into all these video games.
Often not, yeah.
Mhm. So
That's be a game with a lot of dialogue.
I kind of want to give the same answer as last time, which
Red
is
Dead?
GTA 5.
Oh, GTA.
There's a
I
lot of
was thinking of
characters
that
and
too,
a lot
yeah.
of dialogue in that game. But I don't think it's that. I also want to say something that's like a JRPG.
I feel like it's a story-based game.
Right.
It has to be.
Right. What if it's like a Star Ocean game or something? Those games are huge.
Ooh, it could be a Final
They're
Fantasy
abso-
game.
It's.
Dang it.
I'm leaning towards some JRPG. I don't know about Final Fantasy. They're just not that. I mean, they're long, but they're not as long as some JRPGs.
I don't know, but I can't think of an answer. And
all right, well,
I'm going to say Star Ocean till the end of time.
Yeah. I'll go with that too, actually.
Okay.
That's pretty
All right.
good. That's
we'll
pretty
find
good.
out next week.
All right.
We'll find out next
Fun.
week. But anyway, guys, hey, thank you.
What was that? One more time.
Okay,
Hey,
I really enjoy that. ASMR me.
Thank you guys so much for listening. As always, don't forget to check us out on the social medias at Video Game Pharmacy. Find us on Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, iTunes, and then also find us on
NWCZ Radio.
NWCZ Radio. We're on there on Fridays at 10 p.m. to 11. Hopefully it'll change. But yeah, if you guys have anything that you want us to talk about or any questions that you
at us, please.
Yeah, at us. Mostly Brittin.
We want you to add us. If you at Brittin, you're not gonna find
we're very active on Twitter. So go ahead and hit us on Twitter. Yeah, we are.
We lurk.
You are.
We're lurkers.
I hate using Twitter personally.
Well, Zach and I got to cover it.
Yeah, it's okay. Zach's a good Twitter user.
He tweets like a madman.
Dude. He tweets like a madman.
It's true.
He like ats everyone too.
Yep.
I do, yeah.
Hey Reggie, we're gonna be adding you here soon.
I can do it right now.
Do it.
Don't forget.
Right now.
Forget.
All right. No, I'm watching you do it.
All right.
Okay.
All right.
I'm trying to like kill out 30 seconds real fast.
Oh, that's
Sing
okay.
us a song.
Yeah. My name is
Jonas.
I like.
What's with these homies?
I don't know.
Dissing my girl?
What?
You guys don't like 90s music?
No, we don't.
No, absolutely not.
Absolutely.
Fine.
Anyway,
Right.
guys, thank you so much for listening. As always, from Zach,
Yay!
from
Bye.
Brittin,
Hey, guys.
and myself, Scott, and we will see you guys next week. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
The pharmacy is now closed.